No, we legit on TikTok.
Oh, it's not reading.
Oh yeah, I hear it now. You hear me?
Oh, and then I fucked it up.
Yeah. Nah, I still hear us.
Are we
Like,
on? Chat, do you hear us?
yeah, we legit now.
Do you hear us in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Do you hear us in the chat? So first things first, how you feel about yesterday's game, man?
How I feel about yesterday's game? Like I said, last preseason game and this preseason game, we played a lot of backups. So I didn't expect to go out there and just move the ball up and down the field or look lights out on defense. But I expected more effort. The thing I've been telling you about the last 2 weeks, I'm not seeing the effort. Is what I'm not seeing.
Nothing
Like,
at all.
it's preseason, so it's pretty much fake football. But I'm not seeing the effort. I don't care if it's third, fourth string. You should see that effort from the top all the way down to the bottom, and I'm just not seeing that effort right now.
Yeah, it looked a little shaky after the first quarter, was it?
Yeah, after the first scripted plays was over.
That's 2 weeks.
2 weeks in a row. Literally same shit. 2 weeks in a row. Come out, march down, and then like I said, after them scripted plays is over, ball game.
31-7 against the Buffalo Bills, but forgot the final score for a minute. We got boos. We got DESHAUN Watson calling those boos personal. We got SHEDEUR Sanders defending him, and we got quarterbacks battling that whole lot of interesting. Well, yeah, it got a lot of interesting. The quarterback battle did.
And you can't take this shit personal. You're a quarterback in the NFL. There's only 32 of those jobs in the world. You feel me? You got to take the boos with the cheers and the cheers with the boos. You're gonna get both of them. You feel me?
Yeah.
So he can't get in his feelings now. It's the most important time of his career right now. He's trying to resurrect his career, and for some reason, the front office seems like they've been leaning towards him, and he got in his feelings right when it was time to make the decision.
DESHAUN Watson getting booed by the Browns fans. Watson struggled, went 5 for 12 for 36 yards and threw one interception. And then after the game, he gets called the boos personal and disrespectful on the podium. So let's start right there.
Now, when he said that the boos were personal and it's not about performance or his play on the field, all that massage, all that shit's over.
Yeah, we ain't worried about
That's
that.
past everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about that anymore.
I done forgot what the charges were, honestly.
Come on. Even I wouldn't mind a happy ending here or there. You feel me? No one's worried about that anymore. Now it's about your play. Now it's about you playing a total of 10 games in the last 2.5 years. Like, the best ability is availability. And he's not been available the last couple of years because of injuries. Last year he missed the whole year because of Achilles. So it's not about the massage. No one cares about the massage shit anymore. That shit's over.
I think
you paid off everybody. The shit's dead. You never got charged with anything. It's about football, and you're not looking good at all on the football field.
Not at all.
At all.
He blamed it on what'd he say? He's been in the community, helping the community out. He stayed in Cleveland because what he do? He moved to Cleveland.
Someone said it sounds like auto-tune.
Auto-tune?
Let me buy you a drink. I'm gonna take you home with me. But yeah, it's about his play on the field right now, and frankly it's not good at all. There's no way around it. If for some reason the front office seems like they kept trying to lean towards him, and if they trot him out there, that lets you know that they have no intention on trying to win this year. That's just my personal opinion.
I don't think. If they start him, I don't think they care at all.
At all. That's it. Like I said, and you can't say, oh, he was playing with backups. They both were playing with backups. They both were throwing to Gage Lavardian and Malachi Corley. You know, they both were throwing to backups. They both were throwing to Florio, and Blake Whiteside at tight end. So I don't want to hear that excuse. They both had the same weapons out there. One made plays and one didn't. Yes, SHEDEUR threw interception too. He tried to force the ball in. The defender made a good play on it, tipped it, and it got intercepted. But what was he, 9 for 11? Threw a touchdown, the only touchdown of the game.
Pretty touchdown. He looked confident in the pocket.
Yeah,
he stepped up.
relaxed.
Yeah, he stepped up in the pocket. He looked good. I mean, he looked a lot better than DESHAUN did.
Yeah, they said the mic is echoing.
Oh,
he said it's fixed now. Okay.
Thanks for letting us know.
Do you want to know what DESHAUN Watson reminds me of?
What?
You remember when we used to coach youth football? When we were younger, we used to coach youth football. And you'd be at practice, and then you get every mom come yelling at you saying, why is my son not the quarterback? And so what I would do, I'd be like, here, I call the kid over, I give him the ball, and tell him to throw it. a lot of them can barely throw it past their feet. You feel me?
Yeah. You
That's
just
what
gotta-
Watson
yeah.
looks like right now. Like someone's like, "Why is my son not the quarterback?" And then you give him the ball. I'm like, "Here, let me show you why he's not the quarterback." And he literally just throws it 5 yards short of everybody or overthrows it by 10 yards. He looks like he's just a step behind on everything right now. Looks like he's over. I don't know if it's because of
Yeah.
injury.
Nah, the game is sped up.
The
game ain't same no more.
Like you said, it's been about 5
Yeah,
years.
like-
The speed of the game is way faster right
You
now.
got a fast ass lineman now, like chasing you down. It ain't just a fast one person on the field. Everybody fast.
And it seems like he's playing not to make mistakes because he's in
He's
such a
holding
tight
back.
quarterback battle.
Yeah, he's
that
holding
He
back.
doesn't want to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And so he's literally a split second behind on everything.
He's
And
at
the timing's way
longest
off.
yard- The longest yard moment.
And he's literally just been dink and dunk this whole preseason. And like you said, look at the stats yesterday. What do you have? 38 passing yards.
It was
That shows
bad.
you right there. It was horrible. It was hard to watch. I'm not even gonna
And
lie.
once they start booing him, it got worse.
And Shedeur, he did the stand-up thing, and he said the fans shouldn't boo Deshaun because he's out there putting everything out on the line, and he's competing. And so he said all the right things. But like I said, the fans are fed up. We've seen enough.
Here we go. Where do Browns fans justify in booing Watson, or did they take it too far?
Let me see. Let me get a. What should I do for rounds 2 and 3 at the 3 spot in a 10-man league? Running back and running back. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna let you know. Running back in your fantasy league.
He said wrist up.
Come on, you already know it's perfect
Yeah,
timing.
he did. He was like this when he made
Come on,
this
you
shit.
already know it's perfect timing.
They
And-
took it too far, they said.
And
They
so
did. I feel like, but that's Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's not the only
Cleveland's
person.
always
they
gonna
done.
take it too far.
They did it to Tim Couch.
Yeah, Cleveland. They made Tim Couch cry in his press
Yeah.
conference.
He
Tim
cried,
Couch is
yeah.
after they booed him in his presser, he cried, and I knew it was over.
Yeah.
I knew they officially had broken him,
Browns fans
and
are
they broke
ruthless.
Deshaun. Yeah, you gotta have thick alligator skin.
That's what he said. He's like, last time I was on the field,
I got
the same
injured and
crowd-
they booed me.
Yeah, tore my Achilles tendon. He went and said what he did.
And the same
Yeah.
fan base booed me.
Yeah, I mean,
And this is a rough crowd. I'd be lying if I said anything different. You feel me? You got to have thick alligator skin to play quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
you gotta be made of rock.
Steel,
Yeah.
Iron Man. Was it Tony Starks? That's who you got to be. And it just seemed like I said, it seemed like he broke at the worst moment. You know what I'm saying?
Did Watson make this situation worse by calling the boos personal and disrespectful?
He made it way worse.
Yeah, he did.
I know they were gonna bring it up. The media was gonna bring it up, but he should have just next question.
Yeah.
Next question. You feel me?
The coach called him out.
Instead of getting up there and
You-
spilling his heart.
You hear the coach? He was like, if you don't want nobody booing at you, then you got to play
Play
hard.
ball. You gotta play ball. Yeah, they don't boo you when you balling.
Tom Monkey don't care
Come
though,
on,
man.
do they boo you when you
Yeah.
balling?
This was supposed to be a problem if he was throwing touchdown passes.
Let's say Easton 46-30 said, how about them little Giants? Yeah, how about them Fremont Ross little Giants? Come on, 22-21 win over the Tiffin Tornadoes.
Beautiful win.
The little Giants were down. What were they down with 4 minutes to go, and they took a kickoff to the crib to take the lead.
Yeah, at the end of the
Come
game.
on.
It was a nail biter all the way through.
Little Burrow took it to the house. It was a nail biter. It's always a good matchup between Tiffin and Fremont. That lightweight is becoming a better rivalry than Fremont Sandusky because we've just been steamrolling Sandusky. But that Tiffin Fremont game, that's been back and forth. It's been pretty good here
Yeah.
lately.
Last year was the same way, but then Tiffin come out or did Ross win last year?
We won last year and they won the year before.
Okay, so we 2 up on them right
Yeah.
now.
I see it passed by, but somebody said 10-7 is our record this year. That's about where I had it. Remember when we did we went through the schedule.
If we can get good quarterback play, just some decent managing
And it doesn't
football,
have to be Patrick Mahomes quarterback play.
No, we just need a
just
quarterback.
be adequate quarterback play.
We got talent now on the field.
Yeah, and the weapons are there. That's why we knew the whole time. Whoever got this job, the young weapons are there. You're talking about in the last 2 years, you get Quinshawn Judkins, you get Isaiah Bond, and then you turn around. Well, you get Harold Fannin Jr. too. Don't let me forget to mention him, the best rookie tight end in the league last year. And then this year, you come back and you get Casey Concepcion and Denzel Boston to go with that. So you're talking about your whole
Bond.
core.
Did you mention Bond?
Yeah, come on. Bond off top. And we got a steal in Bond. And so your core of your receiving core, your tight end, and your running back, none of them have been in the league more than 2 years. Half of them going into their second year, and the rest of them are rookies. It's going to be insane to watch these kids grow together.
That's what they got to let them do.
Let's see. So since they can't cut him or trade him, what's the Watson solution? Clipboard. He's got to be the best cheerleader we got. You know, the Browns don't have cheerleaders, but we got one now. He's got to have the clipboard. He's got to cheer him on. And God forbid injury happens, but if injury happens, then he has to come in.
Do his job.
Yeah,
That's what
and
he is
do his
now.
job like a backup quarterback has to do.
It's his job
Yeah.
now.
If something like I said, God forbid injury happens, he's got to come in. He's got to play ball. He's got to be ready at any time.
Anytime ready to go because the next man will be up.
Yeah, because we're cooked.
I bet they're going to put Dylan Gabriel.
No one's gonna pick up any of that $46 million, so he's untradeable. So
If
we're
they
already
cut
cooked
him-
on that.
If they cut him, we take a loss,
It's
right?
a lot of dead money if we cut
Yeah.
him. So they might as well just let him hold that clipboard for the rest of this year. Next year, his contract's off the table. Myles Garrett's contract's off the table this year because we traded him. And then we're going to have a lot of money to spend and a young core, young nucleus already in place. And so,
And hopefully we hit with a good quarterback.
yeah. Like I said, hopefully Shedeur, because Todd Monken said tomorrow he's making the decision. Did you see that?
Yeah, we got to wait till 3 or something.
3 in the afternoon?
Yeah, what kind of shit is that?
Come on.
Monken basically say play better football. Do you agree with the coach? We already answered that, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, it's common sense. Play better football. They don't boo people that are throwing touchdowns.
All right, here's a good one. If you were Watson, how do you win the crowd back?
If you're Watson, how do you win the crowd back?
How do you win that?
When you get asked those difficult questions like that, next question, please. 'Cause they're gonna bait you. What's good with it, Tim? I see Ohio State in the building. What's good with it, Tim?
What's up, man? What's up, brother?
But like I said, they're gonna bait you. That's what the media do. That's what their job is, to bait you. And like I said, to be quarterback in Cleveland, you gotta have thick skin. Like I was saying, like alligator skin. And who has thicker skin than a kid that grew up in the media in front of a camera his whole life? Do you know how hard it's going to be to trip him up? He grew up in front of a camera.
That's why I was reading some comments on it, is when he was talking to what's her name, Simone, on the side.
Yeah.
They're trying to clown him, but no, they try to trick him.
They always try to bait him.
So he just talks in circles
And dances around him.
He knows what he's
Since
doing.
you keep trying to bait me, I just
Yeah.
dance around. Like I said, he grew up
Yeah.
in front of live TV,
He ain't
in front of
gonna
an
fall for it.
audience.
Yeah, he's not gonna fall for it.
And so this is nothing new. Yeah, he grew up during the trolling era, you know what I'm saying? So the trolling on the internet and all that stuff, it's not going to faze him as much as it might someone that's older like DeShaun Watson, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's old, but just a little older. And like I said, it looked like he just mentally, like,
If
we
he was
finally
playing
broke him.
football all those years, at least half of those years, he would have been all right.
Yeah.
He just hasn't played football.
Like I said, if we would have seen anything out of Watson, they would have given him the benefit of the doubt when it came to this quarterback battle. But we haven't seen anything at all.
What does D say? If they name him the starter, do you think the seats will be empty?
They said no, fans will show up just to boo him if they name him the starter. He said, will the seats be empty? The seats will never be empty in Cleveland
I think what he said yesterday cost him that opportunity.
to be the starter.
Yeah.
I think it did too. But even if they did name him the starter, which I think it's a long shot and they won't, the Browns fans are still going to show up for their team.
Yeah.
Like he said, even if it's just show up to boo him, they're still showing up.
And if he does good, we'll give him a little love, you know?
And if he scores a touchdown, we're going to give him a little half-hearted cheer, you know what I'm saying?
Like, oh,
They
good
throw
job.
another one, then they might get behind him.
Maybe he could have found he did that. We could have gave him away.
What's the old saying? Winning cures all. Plain and simple.
And honestly, you don't want to start him because if they lose 4 games, that's going to put us far behind. That's going to put us too far behind.
Tim says, if it isn't Sanders, who would you like to see Cleveland get out of the draft next year? I ain't gonna lie, I like that young boy out of Oregon. I ain't gonna
What
hold
about
you.
the boy from Notre Dame?
I'm not a huge Arch Manning fan. Sellers from South Carolina, he's just raw athleticism. He doesn't really show me nothing. I think that's the man. And I even like Julian Sains too, though. You can
From
get him
where?
from Ohio State. You can get him in the second round. You know what I'm saying? He's an accurate quarterback. He's highly accurate, and I ain't just saying it just because I'm a Buckeye fan.
I feel like that's
But
just a bias.
It's a draft heavy class though. When it comes to quarterbacks, it's a heavy class.
Yeah.
They saying it could be one of the best classes ever, but it all could be a bunch of busts too. You feel me? So because when it comes to quarterbacks and draft, we know personally that it's a crapshoot. Look at the Brandon Whedons and the Brady Quinns and we've seen it all when it comes to
We've been at
drafting
the
quarterbacks
casino
high.
for over 20 years.
You know what I mean?
For
So
real, we've been shooting for too long.
So we can't even get our hopes up on that. What if you end up taking the wrong guy? So I think we just gotta stop playing the charade, stop with the smoke and mirrors.
So then
Get
let's
behind
go straight
Shedeur.
into Shedeur Sanders, quarterback one or not.
Yes, plain and simple. Get behind Shedeur. Get this young man ready for the season. Name him the starter tomorrow when he has his press conference at 3 o'clock. That way he can dig deeper in the playbook. That way he can get all the first team reps. And that way he can get ready for week 1 against Jacksonville in Jacksonville. Like the fun and games is over. We see they gave Deshaun every opportunity to be the guy, and he shit the bed. He fell flat on his face. They were giving him every opportunity to be the guy.
He went 9 for 11 for 74 yards.
A
And
touchdown,
touchdown,
and like I said, that one pick, which was on a deflection. Like I said,
Ain't
still
bad
counts
at
as an
all.
interception, but it was off a deflection. The defender made a hell of a play. He said, just start Stewart, give him the whole season to see what he can do. Exactly, because
We have to.
we have 2 first-round picks next year. How the fuck are you gonna know what to do if you don't play the young man? You know what I'm saying? You could end up going out getting rid of SHEDEUR because he never got the opportunity. You bring in a first-round pick, and now you got a bust. And now he's somewhere playing ball. So at least see what you got in the young man. If he isn't it, fine. We got 2 first-round picks. We can find our guy next year. I hope we can find our guy next year. But give the young man an opportunity. Like I said, just stop with the BS.
So you think he did enough against Buffalo, to take the quarterback lead back?
9 for 11, what'd you say, 65 yards or whatever, and a touchdown and 1 pick. I think he did more than enough, just based on the fact that he was taking shots down the field. We were seeing chunk plays, 18-yard gain, 23-yard gain. You feel me? When Deshaun was in, it was all dinking and dunking and check downs. Obviously, if it's not there, you want your quarterback to go to your check down, but you don't want that to ever be their first option. It seemed like the check down was his first option. Like he was scared to take shots down the field.
You can tell him and Gabriel were practicing.
Yeah, he's a shot fighter. You know how you see boxers and sometimes a boxer, a fighter gets old overnight. Like they were good the next fight, they just getting punched on and they look slow. You're like, whoa, what happened? He's a shot fighter. You know, I tried my best to get behind Deshaun.
You did.
And so I'm not no big Deshaun hater. I try my best to stay behind and keep pulling behind him. But
he went longer than anybody else I know.
Yeah, but it's just not there. He doesn't have it anymore. Kudos to him. He got a hell of a payday. Like I said, the Browns, did they get ripped off in the trade? Of course they did. But people get ripped off every day in all facets of life.
That's part of gambling.
You know what I'm saying? It happens. And none of this shit's a sure shot when you're dealing with free agents and all this different shit. So they took a swing at the fence and they missed. It happens. So like I said, they've been recouping first-round picks. We had 2 first-round picks last year with the Travis Hunter trade. We had 2 first-round picks coming up next year. So we've been recouping first-round picks and putting together a young nucleus. And like I said, before we know it, this Deshaun Watson thing will be behind us. That'll be the last thing we'll be talking about. But sit him on the bench, give him a clipboard, and let him, a quote-unquote, mentor SHEDEUR.
Right. I mean, that's the only thing he's valuable for.
Tim said he looked better than Watson. I think Gabriel looked better than Watson.
Did they even let Gabriel play yesterday?
I think he threw a couple passes. But I think Gabriel looks better than Watson at this point. Like I said, life is a crazy thing because, like I said, 5-6 years ago, they were saying he was the Michael Jordan of football. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't miss.
He almost had me hyped.
Horrible. Yeah, he did everything but cry in that post-game press conference. But he acted like he didn't know this was a tough city when he signed that contract.
You see
to
him
come
putting
here.
them big old earrings into though, like I still got paid. Y'all want to boo me?
Yeah, Jimmy should have just stuck with his hit and mistake. Going back on that was odd, yeah. Because Jimmy said, he even said out of his own mouth, he was like, we missed on that one. You know what I mean? It happens. So come on. And, Alex Wright went down today. Yes. No, actually, he went down Thursday. And that joint practice with Buffalo, he'll be out for the season with an Achilles injury. Starting defensive end Alex Wright is out for the year. The Browns pivot, and they signed Nick Barnett, the former first-round pick. He played 7 years, I think, with the Eagles, won a Super Bowl with them. And I think he was with the Texans last year. He got 5 sacks last year with the Texans. I thought, I said Wright was going to get, 10 sacks this year? I was high on him. He had 5.5 last year. But Barnett is a decent player. If he can play up to his potential, then we might get a steal there. But the difference is Alex Wright is very good against the run, and Barnett is more of a situational pass rusher. So we lose in that aspect of it. But so Isaiah McGuire looks like he'll slide in to be the starting defensive end opposite of Jared Verse. And so we got one of our starters down for the year. I thought we had a clean camp because, for some reason the Browns get a ton of injuries every year in training camp, preseason. I thought we were going to get out clean, but we lose starting defensive end Alex Wright for the season.
Every year, man, some kind of injuries. I don't even feel like it's fair, but man, that's all
they say it's a part of the game. Yeah. But like I said, we're lucky just to get away with that there because you know how shit usually goes for us before the season even starts. You look up and you're already calling people off the practice squad because you're down 3 offensive linemen.
What does SHEDEUR defendant Watson after the game tell you about his maturity and leadership?
It tells you a lot about his maturity and leadership. Like I said, the young man grew up with a camera in front of his face and a microphone in front of his face. So, and everything he's saying is not scripted because he doesn't know what they're going to ask him. He just knows what to say. The young man's mature beyond his years, and you can see the maturation process on the field. You can see him going through his reads. You can see him not holding on to the ball as long. You see how quick he was getting the ball off? Like I said, he was a rookie last year. You have to give the young man a chance to grow just like you do all other quarterbacks. Don't just try to write him off because he had a subpar start to his career with literally the worst weapons in the league last year.
Yeah, it looked bad.
All our best weapons were two rookies.
That line was horrible.
Our best weapons literally were two rookies.
That line
Judkins
looked
and
good
Fannin.
yesterday when they were
Yeah,
in
the
there.
line looks like they're finally starting to gel.
Jones got to go.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna be playing at
No,
all. Yeah.
he's still getting blown.
He's too big. He
Yeah,
can't bend.
he can't
I mean,
move.
it's cool that he's that big. In college, he got away with just using his size, but he can't bend.
They're
You're
blowing
going
right
against
past
excellent
him.
pass rushers every week in the NFL.
He's on his heels.
In college, you might go against 3 NFL pass rushers in the whole season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you're going against every week. You're getting the best of the best, and he just can't bend his knees. He's too slow. He'll never be a tackle. I don't know if they want to try to kick him in the guard, see if he can play in there, but yeah, tackles definitely not for him. They said Super Dad 60 says, who do we think coach will decide on tomorrow? I'm sticking with who I've been saying because we know Josh and Doe both said that Watson's going to be the starter, and it looks like that's who they kept trying to lean towards. But I'm sticking with SHEDEUR. I've said he's going to be the starter, and I think he did enough to solidify that starting job. And I think when Monken comes out with his press conference tomorrow, that's exactly what we'll all be hearing is SHEDEUR Sanders is the starting quarterback for this year coming up.
After what happened yesterday, yeah, he lost his spot.
And like I said, he can't even be mad at it personally. He knows he played horrible. He knows that was an opportunity, like I said, and they both were playing with backups, so I don't want to hear, oh, he was playing with, so was he. Last week, DESHAUN played with starters, and SHEDEUR played with backups.
Yeah, I feel like after yesterday's game, him crashing out at the end, I think that solidified, where he's going to be playing.
Yeah, and like I said, with that contract, he's literally not tradable at all.
He's going to have to be
So
a
he's got to
backup
hold
for
the
us.
clipboard. He's got to be
So
supportive.
what quarterback do we get rid of?
Dylan Gabriel. 'Cause Green,
Quick. Yeah, quick, too.
Green just has too much raw talent. Because it'd be different if, if Gabriel, you thought he was going to be like a career backup in Cleveland. But to be honest, if you realize SHEDEUR is not the guy, and then Green or SHEDEUR might end up being the backup to whoever we pick up next year, you feel me? Gabriel won't be the backup.
Get rid of him now.
Yeah, so you might as well just get rid of him now. Go with Watson, SHEDEUR, and Green, because Green's a freaking nature. He's 6'6". He's just as fast as the running backs and receivers. You got to just tap into that and see what you got. You feel me? So I think Gabriel's gonna be the odd man out.
Yeah, I don't want to see him again.
And Lynn says starting quarterbacks have to know how to play with backups. Period. And you ain't lying because, like we said during the season, injuries happen. Browns know that more than anything. You might look up and these are your receivers the next 3 to 4 weeks because you got injuries. You know what I'm saying? So you got to learn to play with those backups. And DESHAUN Watson, he shit the bed in his biggest opportunity to try to resurrect his career. He fell flat on his face. There's no other way to describe it. He literally fell flat on his face.
He threw that dead ball. I knew it was over at that point. When he threw that grounder, I knew
Jason
it was
Runyon says, make Watson inactive and send him home. The Texans did before he became a cancer to the locker room. That's what they did. Remember when he first got accused of all those accusations? They just made him inactive and sent him home and told him to stay away from the facilities.
No shit.
But shit, I don't know. Like I said, if SHEDEUR go down, we might need him.
At least for a game.
Yeah, if SHEDEUR go down, we might need him, or else I will be for that. They say Gabriel's gonna ball out in the UFL. I could see him in the UFL. He might even go to the CFL.
He's like the perfect size for that football
Yeah,
league.
even the CFL, he'd probably be a
Yeah.
dog in the CFL, like Doug Flutie. He'd be like the Doug Flutie of the CFL. Let's see if we got any more questions. Matter of fact, we take this quick pause. Make sure everybody likes, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. KTL Show live on all platforms. Where we on today? Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
Yes.
We're on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, all 3 platforms today. Make sure you tap in. Hey, you already know what this is. We giving you all the Browns talk, and not just Browns talk, all NFL talk. But right now it's all Browns talk because it's hot. The hottest quarterback battle in the NFL because the Vikings, they made their decision, a week and a half ago. They didn't even want to waste time with it. They went with Kyler Murray over J.J. McCarthy. And McCarthy actually got banged up in the game yesterday.
He looked good, though.
Yeah, and then he got banged up. He stays hurt. He just seems like he's fragile. Like he has papier-mâché bones or something.
It happens.
And like we said, the best ability is availability. So if he can't play, then what good is he?
So should Browns fans be worried?
Should we be worried? No.
Forget Watson, forget Shedeur. The Browns just lost 31-7. Buffalo put up 368 total yards. The Browns had 194. And only 12 first downs. So here's the question. Was this a bad preseason game, or should the Browns fans actually be worried about this football team?
Okay, I'm going to answer that quick. I'm going to give a quick fan question. We said there's still a quarterback battle in Atlanta. That's not a battle. That's Tua. Penix just got activated to go 11 on 11 yesterday. If he was already healthy, he would already been announced as starter. Tua's not going to be starting anywhere. If Tua's a starter, they're basically throwing their season away. But I think that we were playing a lot of backups because obviously we had joint practices with Buffalo this week. So after practicing with them for 2-3 days in a row, you're not going to go out there and play your starters and do too much because you already seen everything this week from each other. But like I said, I keep going back to the lack of effort.
The secondary look horrible. Like they're not even chasing the ball down.
We're going to be if people go down in our secondary, I think we're very, very deep at safety. So don't let me say that about the safety room because even the undrafted free agent that made the team last year, McMillan, he can play. But if any of our cornerbacks go down, we're cooked. Literally cooked. Miles Harden, them boys, we're done. If Denzel or Tyson Campbell go down, we're cooked. Plain and simple. That depth behind them, I think we've built very good depth at every position except for cornerback. But in true Andrew Berry fashion, if he knows that's what we need, next year he'll probably go cornerback first and second round.
I feel like we're in trouble with D tackle too.
I don't know. I kind of like the D tackles because we got Mason Graham. I know Collins isn't back yet. It was just if the season started, he'd be playing.
Okay.
And Malik Collins isn't back yet, but we still got Mike Hall. I think we got a decent mix. When Collins gets healthy, I like the D tackle. Right now, it's kind of shaky with Collins out. But I think when Malik Collins comes back, I think the D tackles are going to feast. I think they'll be all right.
What concerns you more, coming into this next game, or actually the season? Let's go forget the next game. Is it going to be the quarterback situation, offense, or defense?
It's always going to be the quarterback situation in Cleveland. There's no way around it. It's always going to be the quarterback situation in Cleveland. That's just the nature of the beast. You already know that.
The Cleveland curse.
Sports guy says we need a veteran quarterback. We have a veteran quarterback. He's just sorry as fuck, and that's DeShaun Watson. So we already got our veteran.
They said to the Haslam.
Kentucky Blue said he drafted Judkins. My thoughts are you just got about 1,500 all-purpose yards and at least 10 to 12 touchdowns. I actually used Judkins as my keeper in one of my leagues. I drafted him in the 7th round last year, so I made him my keeper. So I know I got a super steal with that. The Haslam sell the Browns. No, I actually like Jimmy and D because they don't mind spending that money, you feel me? Spend that shit. So they've missed a lot of times, but they're willing to spend that money, you feel me? They've shown that. So I kind of like the Haslam. Maybe I just think they need to just take a step back more and just let the people they hire do their jobs. But other than that, I like the Haslams. They spend that money. They got that money, that moolah, that guap. Yeah, they got that fetty. And when you talking about that other shit. All right, and Watson has buns, bro. I definitely agree with you. Hot cross buns.
Straight.
He's hot cross buns. Straight trash, bro. And like I said, and they gave him every opportunity because it was starting to look like it was an unfair battle. Like they were trying to do everything to give DeShaun Watson the job, and he literally shit the bed. They tried to give it to him, and he fumbled the bag, plain and simple. So he's still gonna get his big payday, but he'll do it holding a clipboard. I think if SHEDEUR Sanders didn't win this quarterback job, then we know that they're not trying to win this year. If DeShaun Watson is named the starter, it's a tank job, plain and simple.
Yeah, man.
And
I'm not watching.
If that's the case, I feel sorry for the players, the fans, and everybody.
I'm cutting my cable off. I'm not going to pay for my subscription. What's that? Screw the new stadium.
Logan Chronicles 3 said, "My boys, where you been? Oh yeah, we was MIA for a little bit. We back like we left something. You hear me? You already know it's damn near regular season. We got one more preseason game, and we finna get into it. It's finna go down. KTL Show live. Season 5. You hear me?
5 seasons already.
That's insane, ain't it?
Went by quick.
They need a quarterback that will sit down for a year and grow and watch first before they play. Well, SHEDEUR didn't get to start right away last year, so he had to watch for a little bit before they finally put him in, and he didn't get put into toward the back end. They even went with Gabriel before they went with SHEDEUR last year, so he had to sit down and watch. I want to see Sanders with the ones for a full half. Putting him in with the twos was BS Saturday. I definitely agree with putting him in with the twos is BS because Watson got to start with the starters the week before, and SHEDEUR had to play with the twos. And so now when it's SHEDEUR's his turn to start, the starters don't play.
Mhm.
So it kind of looked like I said, it looked like it was rigged. But like I said, Watson went out there and shit the bed, so he brought that on himself. And he said, "Screw the new stadium." I don't know. I kind of like the new stadium. It's a dope ass layout. He said, "You got the Patriots on Thursday."
Oh, we got
I want to see
Thursday night.
Taylor Green too in the preseason, and I don't want to see if Shedeur's named the starter. I don't even want to see him in the third preseason game. No, if he's named the starter, he'll get enough practice reps before the first game. He'll get plenty of practice reps
Where's it
with the
at?
starters in Jacksonville,
Okay.
and then in Tampa. So we're in Florida for the first 2 games. But if he's named the starter, he'll get plenty of reps. I don't want to see him in that third preseason game. I don't want to risk any injury. I want to see a lot of. I want to see a lot of Taylor Green and Dylan Gabriel.
Is it a home game for the Patriots?
I think it's road. But in this last preseason game, I just want to see a lot of Dylan Gabriel because hopefully he can look half decent and somebody might want him for a 6th, 7th round pick. And I want to see a lot of Green. I just want to see his legs. I want to see him running. I want to see him because it's preseason game. You want some excitement. Put the young man in that's going to throw it and run it and put on the show. You feel me? So it's the last preseason game. Throw Taylor Green in there. Let him get a whole second half, maybe in the first half.
All right, we got one from Kid Cowboy, 66. Sanders didn't play well last week in the second half. He had a pick. Same thing happened to Watson in the second half.
I definitely agree, but I think that his first half this week was better than Watson's first half last week with the starters.
Yeah, he looked more comfortable.
Yeah, he looked a lot more.
He was
like I
throwing
said,
down the field.
Watson just seems like he's a split second behind because he doesn't want to make mistakes. He's playing not to make a mistake rather than trying to play to win and try to make plays. He's playing not to fuck up. And every time you play like that, you're going to fuck up. Plain and simple.
He said both had good first halves.
But if it's neck and neck, and you're talking about Watson versus a young player like Shedeur, you got to go with the young player.
After what he did yesterday, it don't even matter anymore.
Yeah, what he did, he cooked himself in the media.
Yeah,
he let the media fuck him over and bait him into some shit, and he fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah,
You cannot say what he said yesterday. You just got to next question, please. Next question, please. I'm not gonna answer that. Next question, please. And instead, he let him bait him in, and now he looks like a little high school girl that just got broke up with on prom. You
Right.
feel me?
He says if Watson starts, I'll be back to watch you guys when Shedeur starts. All right, we appreciate the truth, you know.
Man, hey, if he starts, I don't want to be here till then.
Right.
But I will.
Jason says, "Welcome back, boys. We sure do have the mess on our hands, don't we?" Yes.
Man,
That's a dookie mess.
we definitely got a mess on our hands. But like I said, if we're gonna try to clean this mess up, you might as well go with the younger person. You feel me?
Yeah, we got to.
Watson isn't old, but
We got to because
he's really like 52.
If they're really trying to rebuild, why not?
In football years, he's like 52.
We got to
He's been
see
through
what
too
you
much.
got because we got a big draft next year.
And plus, I was saying earlier, all of the weapons are young in their first and second year. So why not go with the quarterback that's in the second year? You feel me?
It's a two different.
Let them all
quarterbacks.
grow together.
Watson is a dual threat, not no more. Munkin not worried about it.
Kyle said, "Bro, that boy is paid. He don't." His girl said, "Yeah, he. To be honest, he ain't worried about nothing. His pockets is fat.
That's why he's putting that big ass
if he
earring
still got
on.
love for the game, you feel me? Then maybe his feelings might be hurt a little bit. But if he still ain't got love for the game like that, his bank account's set for life. His kids is set. His grandkids is set. Ain't nobody gonna have to never worry about nothing in the Watson family. Like I said, was a highway robbery? Yes, but like I said, people get ripped off every day. We're not the first sports team to make a horrible trade. We've seen the Herschel Walker trade. We've seen a lot of shitty trades. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Munkin said today will be the DG and Green.
Yeah, see, and that's exactly what I want to see.
Yeah.
Give me Gabriel for a half and Taylon Green for a half.
AM feelings that DW will start, even though it seems it doesn't have it anymore. That'll be like the main office.
If
call.
that happens, man, then you know it came from up top.
Yeah.
If Watson starts, you know it came from the Haslams
Yeah,
and not from the coach and not from the GM. If
said,
Watson starts, that came from above.
Sir Munkin said the post-game conference won't affect the decision. He's going to be our starter. Man, I hope that's not what he meant, though.
Big fan of the young cornerback Coates. I'm not going to lie. In week 1, Coates had an interception. He got his hand on a couple balls. He was real active. He went down in week 1 of the preseason, so I was hoping it wasn't nothing serious, and obviously it wasn't because he was playing again this week. And I actually like what he brings to the table. I want to see a lot more of him. I would like to see Coates start this last preseason game and damn near play the whole game because the way he was looking, he might have to play for Miles. I don't like Miles Harden at all, our nickelback. I don't like him at all.
No, he was getting burnt.
Yeah.
Last 2 games, he was getting burnt.
Last year he was getting flamed. He's in trouble in the preseason. I don't like Miles Harden at all.
They say draft the Manning.
So hopefully somebody can emerge. I'm not feeling Manning for some reason.
He didn't look good last year.
The name gonna sell seats and sell tickets and merchandise and all that, but I don't know how I feel about him. I watch my Buckeyes just destroy him.
Taylor Green has mad potential, bro. Threw for almost 10K yards in 5 seasons.
That's what I'm saying.
31 yards in 2004.
On raw potential and raw athleticism, Taylor Green, his measurables are off the charts, bro. That's why I said you gotta, if you're gonna keep Watson on the roster, which you have to, because like I said, it's a lot of dead money if you cut him. Then you got to get rid of Gabriel and you got to keep Green on that roster, because Green, I'm not gonna say he's gonna end up being this or that, but that's just a big piece of clay that they got to mold. You feel me? Give yourself an opportunity to try to mold him and see what you got in him. And I would like to see him for them to have packages for him too. No matter whether it's Watson or Shedeur's the starting quarterback, I would like to see him come in and do like wildcats and different things like that. Because he's a big boy. He can run that ball.
Do you think Bond will be the number 4 receiver, or will KC? That's a good question.
I don't know. I think number 4 is kind of low for both of them. Because I think if you would go to anything, I think obviously it would be Judy 1 right now. And then you're going to go Boston on the other outside. They're going to have Bond and KC Concepcion in the slot. I think Tillman's kind of cooked. Tillman might not make the roster, to be honest. I think we're too young and athletic at receiver. And we've seen Tillman go down 2 out of the last 3 years. So I think that, honestly, Bond and KC will be fighting for the 3rd receiver spot. And whoever doesn't get the 3rd will be the 4th receiver. That's what I'm seeing. And I think eventually Boston's going to end up overtaking Judy if Judy doesn't get his butterfingers together.
Says Green may end up next prior.
And like I said, Green could have ended up playing like Terrell Pryor, playing some receiver where you can throw him fades. He's 6'6" with an insane vertical. You can put him in and throw him a fade in the back of the end zone. You feel me? Who's going to jump with him? What cornerback's literally going to jump with him?
Tim says Judy is gone. I don't think he's going to make it.
I'm telling you, Judy got that Diddy baby oil all over his hands. That boy can't catch a cold. He couldn't catch an STD in a whorehouse with no condoms. That boy can't catch nothing. He's even dropping balls in practice, like routine. I don't know what's going on with him.
Kid Cowboy over here on YouTube says Monken said Green is not starting game 3.
He said he's not? Yeah, he'll probably get the whole second half. They'll probably start Gabriel and then play Green the whole second half. But I wouldn't play Watson because he already showed he doesn't have it. And I wouldn't play Shedeur because I got to get him ready for the regular season. So, like I said, I would like to see Gabriel first half, Taylor Green. I just want to see some excitement because the first 2 preseason games we got whooped on. Even though it's fake football, it's the preseason, it doesn't really mean a lot. We still got whooped on, and that's not what you want to see when you see your team out there and see that logo and those. Well, I can't say logo because we don't have a logo, but when you see that orange helmet out there, that's not what you want to see. You feel me? And so put Green in there, let him make some plays, even if he's running around, if he runs for 50, 60 yards. Just let fans see some excitement, Let's end the preseason with a little bit of excitement, get ready for the real deal.
So this next year is going to be something without number 4.
Yeah, just think about next year with that salary off the board. And we already got all this young talent that we accumulated, and we still have 2 first-round picks going into next year. This team, they're building something special here in Cleveland. Y'all might think we're just saying this because we're fans, but that we are building something special here in Cleveland. There's a reason that when Stefanski got fired, they didn't fire Andrew Berry because he is building something special here in Cleveland. The young nucleus, the young core of talent is insane in Cleveland right now.
Says trade Judy, get capital for him, build off young elite receivers. We just drafted. Yeah, those guys are elite.
I wouldn't mind. I would take a 5th-round pick for Judy right now, a 4th, 5th-round pick.
Yeah.
And he said to the Texans, I could see that because they had Higgins go down in practice. I think he tore his ACL maybe Monday or Tuesday in practice, so he'll be out for the season. And he was actually going to be one of my sleepers in fantasy this year. Higgins was the young receiver out of Iowa State. So I could see them maybe pulling the trigger and trying to trade for a Judy, and the Browns just sliding all the young boys up and letting them play. Yeah, let them figure it out. Look at the year Fannin had last year. Look at the year Judkins had last year. Look at the year Schlesinger had. Sometimes you just got to throw them out there and let them play.
Just let them go ahead.
Yeah, it's football. Just let them play football.
Just imagine if SHEDEUR Sanders is good, who they could draft.
Yeah, if SHEDEUR actually pans out, and you have those 2 first, oh my God. If SHEDEUR pans out, and I'm not saying he has to be Mahomes, but he's a legitimate starting quarterback in the NFL, and you know that after this season, Man, I'm packaging both them first-round picks and maybe a first-round pick.
What do you
the
think
year
it'll
after?
take,
I,
though?
man,
What do you think it'll take for them
Jeremiah Smith, receiver out of Ohio
to do
State.
that? What is good, though? What is good got to be for him?
What is good got to be?
Because they got 2 first-round picks next year.
Good. For us not to take a quarterback, we'd have to be somewhere around 500. And so, there's no more 500 anymore, obviously, because there's an odd amount of games. But you have to be somewhere around 500, 8 wins, 9 wins, somewhere in that range. And so you're seeing improvement. Like, I can see this team taking the next step the next year.
Do you think they got the patience?
I'm not sure.
You think Cleveland has the patience?
Because I'm trying to think.
They don't wait that long now.
I'm trying to think how many years ago. I think it might have been when Baker was here. When at the end of the year we won like the last 3-4 games after having a super shitty year. Then we're like, man, we got something to look forward to next year. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
So if he makes them feel like they have something to look forward to next year, then I can see them just packaging those first-round picks and going all in on Jeremiah Smith. Because Jeremiah Smith can change the game for anybody.
Beautiful face.
Oh, you cover my face?
Yeah.
Oh, my mama gonna be mad.
Here, we'll put it
She
over
wanted them
here.
to see that. Hold on, let me see that smile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
y'all
you
see
go.
them pearly whites.
They said last
But yeah,
time we couldn't see your face.
If they can get something out of SHEDEUR and see that he's a legitimate starting quarterback in this league, then I package both those picks and any other picks I got to package to get Jeremiah Smith. Because but we didn't just get a first-round pick from the Rams. We got a second-round pick coming up. We got a third-round pick.
Yeah.
I packaged all that shit to get Jeremiah Smith.
They said need 10 wins,
Not to go with a quarterback. That's what I said. 8,
He
9 to
said
10.
7.
I
You
say
have
8,
it.
9, or 10, somewhere in that range.
Do they have the defense is the question. I'm thinking the defense doesn't look bad at all.
I think the defense is going to play good. Jared Verse is a bully. He's all energy, all action. And I think he's going to give maximum effort. So I think the defense is still going to be decent. And when I say decent, I'm talking like top 15, top 10. I don't think we're going to be middle of the pack. I think we'll be more toward top 10. So I don't think the defense is going to take a major step back, especially with Denzel Ward. He just signed his extension, highest paid corner in the league. Grant Delpit just got an extension. Then you got the young safety coming in from Toledo. I think the defense is actually going to play a very good ball, and I think we're going to force more turnovers. That's been our problem. Even though the last couple of years we were top 10 in defense, even 2 years ago we were I think number 3 in total defense, we haven't been forcing turnovers.
No.
When we start getting our hands on the ball and punching the ball out, then you'll start to see the win-loss start to switch. You feel me? Because a lot of those games we're always one play away. You feel me? So when we can start finally getting our hands on balls, this defense is good, but we're not good at forcing turnovers. That's the one thing we have to do this year is force turnovers.
They said Smith, Boston, and KC make us top
Imagine
10
that.
receiver.
Come on,
rooms.
Jeremiah Smith, Casey Concepcion,
If we can
and Bond
just
too.
manage, for quarterback.
Come on.
It's there. We got the tools there now.
Andrew Berry is building something special in Cleveland.
It says we'll be good for everyone saying fire Andrew Berry. Obviously, he doesn't know football.
Exactly.
Now that Stefanski isn't in.
And that that's what I was saying the whole time. I'm like, they are not married to each other. I know they got hired together, but get rid of Stefanski, keep Berry. I stood on that the whole time.
This is a good take right here. Sports guy says Denzel needs to stay healthy.
Denzel just needs to stop trying to knock everybody out.
I think he's done good.
He hurts himself from trying to hit people too hard.
I think he's done good though the last 2 seasons.
But is he wearing a Guardian cap?
I don't know.
I think he refuses to wear the Guardian cap.
Well, that's on him.
He need to have 2 Guardian caps on. For real.
Yeah, right. He
Man.
needs to be in a bubble.
But if he stops just trying to knock everybody out, he'll be okay. Whenever he gets hurt from trying to hit people too hard.
It says if SHEDEUR Sanders had a full season, he would need 10 wins But with Watson, it's a SHEDEUR Sanders. I don't know.
Like, yeah, I'm still going to stay in that 8, 9 to 10 win range. And like I said, some other quarterbacks in their second year, they might let them get away with 6, 7 wins, and they might feel confident going to the next year. But with all the scrutiny, everything that comes with him, he's going to have to win 8, 9, or 10 games.
Says the pitcher, he can draft some incredible potential.
Yeah, Barry ain't no joke when it comes to drafting. He's, like I said, he had some subpar drafts. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to act like he's always knocked it out the park. But these last couple years, he literally had the best draft in the NFL.
Okay, hard pressure.
Yeah,
over here on
concussion's a
YouTube.
motherfucker for Denzel.
Says,
He one concussion away from
unfortunately-
being done.
He said, unfortunately, the spirit of DESHAUN will be felt in
AM said, give me 6 to 7 wins, and I'll stick with SHEDEUR Sanders.
2028. He will.
And like I said, any other second-year quarterback, they would be satisfied with 6 or 7 wins. But SHEDEUR just comes with too much scrutiny and too much everything. So he's got to go above and beyond what you expect from other people. Andrew Berry is 45 and 58 in 6.5 seasons. Definitely 45 and 58. And what's the one thing we haven't been able to get, and that's that quarterback. If we had decent quarterback play, those numbers are flipped around easily. So, like I say, the talent is there. He's accumulated the talent. Now we just have to make it show on the field.
He says you guys see Mendoza drafting a quarterback doesn't mean anything.
Man, Mendoza, there's a reason they named Kirk Cousins the starting quarterback before the first preseason game. Mendoza is not ready to play quarterback in the NFL. He threw, an 80-yard pick six the last preseason game, like second pass of the game.
He just launched it.
Yeah.
He just threw it up.
Like, bro, this ain't Indiana no more where you just run that widespread offense. You got to get behind center, and you got to play in a pro-style offense. You're not going to sit back there in the shotgun all day.
Says Mendoza won't even start.
Yeah, Mendoza, he might not start until next year. He might sit out this whole year. I can see him going with Cousins the whole season. And matter of fact, speaking of, hopefully it's nothing serious, but Ashton Jeanty, Raiders' second-year running back, went down in practice today with a knee injury. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but Ashton Jeanty, for all you fantasy football heads out there, Ashton Jeanty went down with a knee injury in practice today. I don't know if it's anything serious, but he definitely went down with a knee injury today.
Tim over here.
Tim said, we put together all that talent because we always drafting the top 5. You ain't lying, though. If you're going to keep drafting that high, you better accumulate some good talent. If you're going to draft that high year in and year out, you better accumulate good talent.
He's got talent and picks.
And like I said, and the thing is, though, a lot of this talent that wasn't our first-round picks. You're looking at Junkins, second round. Carson Schwessinger, defensive rookie of the year, second round. You know what I mean? So Fannin, what did he go in? 5th round, 4th round? So it's not just the first-round picks. He's been hitting on our late-round picks lately, and that's what's been making the difference, and that's what's helping turn this roster around. Because on paper, this is a legitimate roster. But can that translate to the field? That's the big question. And that's always the question in Cleveland.
Man, every year.
Yeah, Hidden Cat says Munkin just needs to name a starter. There's nothing left to look at. He's naming a starter tomorrow. I think, is it 3 o'clock?
Yeah, like it's LeBron
tomorrow at 3 o'clock. He's making the announcement like when LeBron went to the Heat. Not 1, not 2, but 3. At 3, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's 3 o'clock. But he's definitely making the decision tomorrow. I think he's seen enough from DeShaun yesterday. That's why, because they were acting like they're going to wait till after the 3rd preseason game. But after they seen that, oh, yeah, matter of fact, Jason Runyon, I'm glad you brought that up. History has been made today.
Why is that?
Browns rookie tight end, they cut him. They didn't draft him, but they cut him. He's an undrafted free agent, I'm pretty sure. But since they cut him, he already had an agreement with LSU that he can go back to school, and he's going to play college football this year.
That's good.
That's the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah, that's good.
They're going to let him go back to school
since
he didn't make an NFL team.
Yeah, they should.
That's opening Pandora's box now.
Yeah, I mean.
Now you're going to have hundreds of kids like, no, I'm just going to go to the NFL. They don't get drafted, and then they don't make the team. They're like, oh, I'm going back to college. Now you got kids in college that moved up on the roster because you were somewhere working out with an NFL team. Now, oh, so-and-so's back. Now you're pushed back
I didn't
down.
Think about it like that.
You get what I'm saying? Now you're pushed all the way back down the depth chart because they didn't make an NFL roster. Now they decide they want to go back to college. I think they're opening up Pandora's box. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to block it because, honestly, the first time it's ever happened. So I don't even know if you can do it.
I
but
didn't even think about it like that.
We'll see. So history's definitely have been made. Browns cut rookie tight end, and he has an agreement already to go back to school and play for LSU this year.
Sports guy says we haven't had a quarterback play since 1999.
And maybe before that, shit. Oh, definitely nothing since '99 since we've been back. But the last like consistent.
Who's our last
we've had
quarterback
flash in the pans, bro.
before they
like
shut
imagine
down?
we had Derek Anderson. Remember he went crazy with Winslow and Braylon.
1 year.
No consistency. Like we've
one
had
time.
people flash in the pan. Even what was Buddy? I can't think of his name right now. They got hurt in that Pittsburgh. Kelly Holcomb. Remember he lit it up for a year.
He had a broken leg.
Yeah,
didn't
he played half that game with a broken leg and still almost won that game. But we've seen flash in the pans, but no consistency at all since we came back in '99. What's good with it, Dirk? Dirk in the building. What's
What
good
up,
with
man?
you? How'd you feel about that game yesterday, Dirk? Let me know your opinion on that game. And say AM says, can Carlsworth take another step forward? And what does that look like? I think Carson Schwessinger can take a major step forward. His step forward is him being the best off-the-ball linebacker in the league. I'm talking about last year, it was sacks, interceptions, tackles. He is the complete total package, a sideline to sideline, old school throwback. He reminds me of like a Brian Urlacher. He's a true side to side, old school, putting his nose into every play linebacker. And I think with I don't want to say the wrong name, but with Williams, with him coming over from the Jets, Williams has had 100 tackles in every season that he's played in NFL except for last year, and that's only because he fell out with the coaching staff, so he got benched for a certain amount of games, so he didn't get 100 tackles last year. But the other 5 years he was in the league, he had 100 tackles. So now you have two linebackers that you know are getting 100 tackles. It's going to be fun to watch. If the D-line gives them room to work with and creates holes, those boys are going to shoot the gaps and make a lot of plays.
That's missing the most important piece.
Yeah, Dirk said Brandon Whedon had a solid run with Braylon Edwards, and he had Kellen Winslow too, didn't he? Him because remember that year, Braylon and I had Derek Anderson, Braylon, and Kellen all on the same fantasy team in fantasy football, and I also had Ocho Cinco and I think T.J. Hushmanzada, and we played against the Bengals that year. And remember, it was like 49-48 or some shit, just straight shootout. I set the record in our league that year for the highest point scored in 1 week. But yeah, when Whedon did his shit that year, he went crazy. But when we drafted Whedon, he was already damn near in his 30s. Remember, he was a grown ass man when we drafted him.
We did that a couple times.
Dirk said he didn't get to watch the game. They didn't air it in his market where he's at.
Yeah, it was blocked
hey,
out
you
here
didn't miss nothing, Dirk. I ain't gonna hold you.
I watched it.
It was the same thing from the first preseason game. We marched down and scored right away, and that was the end of it. There was nothing else to see after that. Literally nothing else to see.
Says, hey guys, how you doing today?
What's good with it? Who's that? Alexander Home. Big shout out to Alexander Home.
Says, you already answered that one.
Oh, Flacco was way better than Deshaun Watson right now at this stage of his career. Why do you think Cincinnati did not let Flacco get out of Cincinnati? Why do you think he's Joe Burrow's backup? Because they know Joe Burrow, obviously, I don't want to wish anything bad on him, knock on wood, because that's my wife's favorite team. Her and her family are Bengals fans. But they know that if anything were to happen to Burrow, Flacco can come in and throw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. He could also come in and throw 4 picks. But it's going to be games where he come in and just light that motherfucker up.
Right,
come on, with T. Higgins and Chase? Come on, stop playing. Flacco can come in there and air that motherfucker out. So there's a reason Cincinnati did not let him get out of town. Flacco can probably sit on that bench for another 3-4 years and they wouldn't care.
They said it's shitty. They had to put all these games on these different networks. And
you ain't lying. They like one games on fucking
even if you buy the ticket, they're
you can watch them out. You can watch a game on YouTube, then on YouTube TV, then the other games on fucking Netflix, then the other games on Paramount Plus, then the other games on Amazon Prime.
So you're telling me even if you buy the ticket, they still get blacked out?
That's only for preseason games.
Oh, I was gonna say, man,
and that's only if they're showing it on your local channel.
That's why they
blocked it out because they're showing it on the local Cleveland channel, the Channel 5. But Fremont doesn't have that Cleveland channel. Like Clyde, Bellevue, Green Springs, all those towns have it. Because I used to go over to John Doe's when he lived in Green Spring and Clyde to watch the preseason game because they have Channel 5. Fremont, for some reason, just doesn't have Channel 5.
I was watching that on
But that's why it's blacked out,
5.
though. But yeah, I watched it on my Fire Stick. You know what I'm watching it on. Keep that on the hunt. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna watch any game I want to, along with the pay-per-view fights. Come on. I fell asleep. I didn't get to see the T.O. fight last night, but it looked like it was a good fight. Big shout out to Teofimo Lopez. Looked like Rolly Romero gave him a run for his money, and it looked like it was a really good fight. I watched the highlights when I got off work today. I wish I got a chance to see it, but yeah, big shout out to T.O. becoming a 3 division world champ yesterday.
Says Ohio State 1 week away.
Come on. You already know it's almost time. We got Ball State the first game, then Texas after that. We're going to expose Arch Manning for the second straight year. And you guys are going to see why I'm telling you Cleveland do not touch Arch Manning in the draft. Ohio State's going to expose him again this year. Tim says, what are my top fantasy picks out of Cleveland this year? My number 1 fantasy player out of Cleveland this year, Quinshon Judkins. I think he has the potential, if he stays healthy, to have anywhere between 1,400 to 1,500 all-purpose yards and somewhere between 10 to 14 touchdowns, because I think he's going to get a decent amount of 1-yard plunges. And Harold Fannin Jr. would be big on there, especially because at tight end, obviously, people usually wait till real late to draft their tight end, so you can get Harold Fannin Jr. probably anywhere between round 8 or 9, and you're going to get solid starting stats out of Harold Fannin. And if it was going to come down to any of the receivers, to be honest with you, I don't know if I can say any of the receivers will be consistent enough to actually start in fantasy football this year. Like, I want to see Bond come along. I want to see Denzel Boston have a good rookie year. I want to see Concepcion have a good rookie, but I don't know if any of them will be worth a starting spot in a fantasy football league this year. All of them be good to have on the bench in case injuries happen, but I wouldn't say that I would want to start any of the Browns receivers in fantasy this year. So my top 2, Tim, my top 2 Browns in fantasy, Judkins, then Harold Fannin Jr. And then you might want to throw our kicker in there too.
I would
Schmidt might happen.
KC.
KC?
Yeah, and then a running back.
And Junkins?
Yeah.
Because KC has the potential to put up some numbers this year.
And they just toss it to
The
him.
bubble screens, the
Yeah.
end arounds, the reverses, hitting them deep, just hitting a
is so
slant and
fast.
going. Yeah. So he has the potential to get his hands on it. And you know, I said that Denzel Boston, it might be me just being a Browns fan, but I think he has a sleeper chance to be in the Offensive Rookie of the Year. And so I got to mention Denzel Boston because I said that a couple weeks ago, so now I can't flake away and say that he's not going to have good fantasy value. So I'm going to say if any of the receivers are going to have solid fantasy value this year, I'll say Denzel Boston.
I like that pick.
Jared says, I think Deshaun Watson's mental side is depleted. He can't mentally get out of there. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay. He can't mentally get out of there and win ball games for real. I think they're going to treat him like Flacco from last year, get 3 games, and hope to trade him for a 5th or 6th round pick.
Somebody going to need him in that around that time.
The way the injuries are happening in the league, somebody might need Deshaun Watson. Right now, there might not be any buyers, but like I said, week 5, 6, and somebody that went down, like last year when Daniel Jones went down, it got so bad last year that they had to bring in Phillip Rivers, who had been retired for almost 7 years, to play for the Colts because they had a chance to try to make the playoffs and try to win that division. And so it could happen. If injuries happen this year, somebody's going to need him. So why not just let him hold the clipboard and hope that happens? If not, we just get that contract off the board this year, push him on, wish him well with his career, and we go with who we got.
Says my guy got the black box from the 90s.
Come on, you already know what. Don't talk about that.
Said Blue Lagoon says Shedeur will be fine.
Yeah, Shedeur going to be just fine, man. Let that young man play ball. Let him be great. Come on.
Don't stop it down. If Watson was somehow start, I'll be so mad. I think you and
loser champ, I'll be just as mad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna blow a head gasket.
The whole city wasted $230 million. Went 1 for 6 and 24, and the setup was damn. He went. That was he won 6 games.
But sometimes you gotta look at silver lining. Sometimes a shitty situation can have. But what do flowers grow best in? Shit, you feel me? So sometimes you look at it like this though. When Barry was drafted, he was drafting average as fuck, especially when we had all them high first-round picks. He was missing on a lot of them, you feel me? When we messed up and gave up all those first-round picks, and we actually had to finesse and only had second-round picks, third round, that's when Barry really started drafting his best, you feel me? And so maybe we helped him find his mojo again, you feel me? But we got ripped off. Somebody getting ripped off right now. Somewhere, somebody just bought a pair of retro Jordans, and as soon as he put them on, the air pocket gonna break and they're gonna start squeaking.
You got him for $100
because he got ripped off. You feel me? It's everywhere in the world, somebody's getting ripped off right now. It happens. We got ripped off. Big deal. Move on. If you keep dwelling on it, you'll never get past it. That's the way I look at it. If we keep dwelling on it, we'll never get past it.
Champ says we got 3 young quarterbacks need to see before next draft. Hopefully, one of them do good.
I hope we don't have to see the other 2 because I hope Shedeur does good enough.
Right.
But I want to see Taylor Green and packages on the field. He's too fast not to be in there. Loser champ, so we can pick up a cornerback or DN. I definitely want to see pick up a veteran nickelback. Yeah, Alex Wright out for the season is going to hurt because, like I said, Alex Wright had 5.5 sacks last season. We signed Nick Barnett to take his place. He's more of a situational pass rusher. But what we're going to miss more out of Alex Wright is his run stuffing ability. He's very good at stopping the run.
Getting in the backfield.
Yeah, he's very, very good at stopping the run.
Just messing up the whole play.
Yeah, just disrupting everything. Because he's almost, I think he's like 280 at the end, you feel me? So he's a big boy. He's not a light pass rusher. He's not a tweener. He's a grown-ass man out there. So that's going to be a huge loss. But we got to rally the troops. Isaiah McGuire slides in, next man up. When Isaiah McGuire actually played in college at Missouri, he led the SEC in sacks. So let's hopefully we can get something out of McGuire. We signed Barnett because we were going to sign Zadarius Smith, but I think he ended up going to the Texans.
Yeah, he went back to the Texans.
No. Clowney went back to the Texans, and Smith went somewhere else. I can't remember where it was.
Somewhere else. Mary Kate fucked it up.
Zadarius Smith went to the Falcons.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he went with Stefanski. He like fucking.
Over here on YouTube, how do you feel about Sanders' improvements?
I felt like he made major strides. You know what I'm saying? From last year to this year, the biggest knock was him holding on to the ball too long. I seen him making very quick decisions, and not where they quick decisions, but they were very accurate decisions.
Right.
And
he had
like
time, though.
They were chunk plays.
He had time.
That one time I watched him go through like 4 different reads. Like so he had plenty of time. Even on the touchdown, he had plenty of time.
That line looks decent.
Remember that 4th and 2?
Yeah.
All the time in the world. That line started to gel. That line, and remember, like I said, everybody on that line, except for obviously Spencer Fano's our first-round pick this year, but all those other veterans that we signed in free agent, them boys were top picks. You feel me? They had good seasons. They had bad seasons. But if they all can click and gel, we might be all right, Josh.
I think they're going to be straight as long as that line protects them, gives them that type of time.
But the talent is there. Like I said, even Zion Johnson, he's a first-round pick just 3 years ago. The talent is there. So if that line can come together, we gonna raise hell. Quinton Judkins, most of his yards came after contact last year. That's because by the time he got the ball, there was already 2-3 people in the backfield. So imagine him running through open holes. Imagine what those numbers are gonna look like. Like I said, I kept Judkins as my keeper in the 7th round of one of my leagues, and I plan on getting big numbers out of him this year.
Cowboy says he's still throwing picks. Yeah, he threw a pick. You can blame it on him, man.
SHEDEUR?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he definitely threw a pick, but I'm going to say the defender made an excellent play. He got his hand in there. He batted it up. It got picked.
I'm just happy he can
But
drive
I'm glad
down
he
the
was
field.
throwing the ball down the field.
Yeah.
I've seen enough checkdowns out of Brady Quinn, enough checkdowns out of Dylan Gabriel. We've seen enough checkdowns, period.
He actually
We need
moves the ball.
chunk plays.
Yeah, he takes that chance.
Yeah. We need chunk plays, and when you're going for chunk plays, every now and then you're going to have a turnover. But he's going to work on that. He's going to every knock that they've had on him, he's got better at it this year.
That's just like
Is he perfect
W's.
on it? No.
W's, that's all he did. He just
Come on.
chucked it up. You
You
catch
feel
it
me?
or it's an interception.
Yeah.
You know, and then everybody was cool with it then.
Man.
They're throwing up their W's.
The young man has the it factor. DeShaun doesn't have it anymore.
No.
DeShaun used to have the
done.
it factor. He doesn't have it anymore.
His speech after the game showed he's done.
He was a defeated fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a defeated
He
fighter.
don't even want to come back out no more.
Yeah, at all.
No, he don't want to suit up no more. After he's saying that, he's basically saying that he's done.
Yeah, he ready. Whatever little property he got in Cleveland, he ready to sell that and just get out of town.
I bet he sold it this weekend.
Yeah, he ready to sell that and get out of town. It's on the market right now. I bet
Yeah.
if we look it up on Zillow, it's on the market right now. Guaranteed.
He's like, we're moving today. Pack up, let's go. He already has a private jet, don't he?
But he literally sealed his own fate. He can't be mad at anybody but himself. Hot take, Dylan will have a better year than Judkins. Samson, I don't think he'll get enough reps to have a better year than Judkins, Dylan Sampson,
Oh, okay.
other second-year running back. And I didn't even mention him when I was talking about that rookie class, but that rookie class is amazing. But either way, I think that Sampson's going to have an excellent year being our third down back. He's going to make a lot of big pop plays like screen passes, swing passes, little things like that. So I think he's going to have a good year, but I think Judkins is going to have the better year. But I think they're going to they could be thunder and lightning, though.
But the other guy, who's
Rocket
that?
Sanders.
Yeah.
And
He's a big dude.
If you don't remember last year, he actually scored our first touchdown of the season for the Browns.
Oh, so
Because
he's
remember,
been there,
Judkins was
huh?
suspended. Yeah, he
that's
played.
right.
Last year was his first year with us because Judkins was suspended to start the year last year.
That's
So
right.
Rocket Sanders actually had our very first touchdown of the season last year. But he was running hard in the preseason. He's a 230-pound running back, and he could be a nice goal line back too. I know Quinshon Judkins, people that take him in fantasy, they don't want to hear that, but Rocket Sanders could be that goal line 1 yard, 2 yard running back. You feel me? And could be vulturing some of the touchdowns.
He said, hopefully the new Chubb and Hunt. You ain't lying.
That's what I'm saying. Or we can have, come on, remember Ron Dane and Tiki Barber and them? Come on, we got Thunder and Lightning. Come on.
Kevin
All right,
Mack
Jacobs
and Ernest
in
Biner.
Yeah, Mack and Biner.
Mack
Come
and
on.
Biner, come
Mack
on,
and
man.
Biner. Come on. Return of the Mack.
Yeah, come on.
Come
now.
on.
Cleveland.
Come
baby.
on.
Keep it
Yeah.
Cleveland.
And so yeah, that young duo and they're only in their second year, so that young duo can be very nice for Cleveland this year. But I think Judkins has the better year. But I think Sampson takes major strides this year
Right.
as the third down back.
Y'all like Concepcion and Boston more?
I like Concepcion. Who do I like, Concepcion or Boston more?
I don't know.
Ah.
Man. They're two different kinds
And that's
receivers.
tough because we're talking about two complete different. That's shout out to Eric for the question too. That's two complete different body types. When you're talking about Boston, you're talking about your 6'4" physical receiver. But I wouldn't even call Boston a possession receiver just because he's 6'4". A lot of people would want to call him, but he's not because he can stretch the field. He's very, very fast for his height. You feel me? And Concepcion, he's your gadget guy. He's gonna catch all your underneath, your screens, your slants, and he's gonna hit the deep ball here and there too. So. But if I was going to pick one of the two, I would go with Boston, just based on his frame alone.
I'm going KC.
Just because
I
KC
was
get
Boston all the way.
I hope
but
he doesn't, but KC has the potential to get dinged up more
Yeah.
in the league just because he's a little smaller.
Come around that corner.
Yeah,
Bing.
running full speed and something, catch him on that angle.
He's
But-
going to see it.
But I'm high on both of them, though. If I had to pick one to have a better year, I would go with Boston just because naturally he can just slide in and play outside either, whether it's one or two. See, what else we got? Hopefully the new Chubb and Hunt. Yep, Samson ain't him. No, Samson can play running. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
Jason.
he look good.
Samson can play a little bit. He's not a starting running back or every down back. Yeah, don't get me wrong with that. He's not a starting running back or every down back, but a good third down back. He can come
Tim
in, like I
said,
said.
KC all day, AB Jr.
He said that's Antonio Brown. I wouldn't be mad at all.
Hey,
Come on. AB, when AB was doing this shit, he was one of the best to do it. I ain't gonna hold you. Love him or hate him, however you feel about him. When he was playing football, he was one of the best receivers I ever seen do it. Plain and simple.
let's get us a break in.
All right, let's everybody take a second to make sure you like, share, subscribe. This is KTL Show live on this beautiful Sunday. You know what I'm talking about? You smell it out there?
Smells like football.
Ooh, it smell like football in the air,
like
boy.
football.
It's almost hoodie weather. You know what time it is. We
Yes.
sweating today, but it's almost hoodie weather. I guarantee that.
That's because it's warm in here. It's kind of chill outside, though. But, though, for real, if you're on the YouTube, go ahead and like, subscribe to the page. Help us out. Help the channel. It's free. Same thing in Facebook, TikTok. Y'all show a lot of love. Go ahead and keep the comments coming in. We try to keep up, and we try to answer as many as we can because we like talking to y'all. So go ahead and jump in the chat. Give us any kind of questions. We going to have, hopefully, Thursday, they're not going to block out the game, huh? It'll probably be a live game on
Thursday?
So I might do a little watch
Oh, no,
party.
it should be on Thursday.
Yeah. So I tried it this weekend, but they had blocked us out here.
Hey,
So
the
I
actual games, when we do the games, it's going to be KTL Show on steroids this year.
Yeah.
Don't test us because this shit going to be jumping, I promise.
Yeah, make
it's
sure
going to be
to
slapping
join
like
us.
fat girl titties when they run.
Make sure to join us on Sundays during the game.
It's going to be jumping,
Yeah, we
I
have
promise.
fun. We try to read your comments. We try to, if we can't watch it, we try to, you can look at it on TikTok. But not
Whichever
on YouTube.
platform you want to watch it on,
You ain't-
TikTok,
yeah,
YouTube,
no,
Facebook.
I ain't put it on
YouTube
there.
tripping this year?
Yeah, they keep on kicking me off.
Shit, we'll fuck with TikTok. TikTok love us. TikTok and Facebook love us. But yeah, if we can't do the games live on YouTube, then we'll just stick with Facebook and TikTok. But you already know it's KTL Show on all platforms. Fuck with us. You hear me?
Yeah, thanks for the gifts. We appreciate it.
And Judy needs to figure it out. Says loser champ. I agree with you, but I don't think he will though. Like I said, I think he got that P Diddy baby oil on his hands, and you can't wipe that shit off for nothing.
Nah,
that
he's
shit slick
done.
as it come. Yeah, Judy might be cooked. I mean, I'm hoping it's not true because a couple seasons ago he was actually a Pro Bowler. He had went crazy.
Right?
But I'm hoping it was just an off season, a bad season.
But
And
it's been 2 bad seasons, though, after that, right?
no, just one. He had
You
a
sure?
good one. Then
I thought he's been here 3
he
years.
had a so-so one when he got there. Then he had a really good one. Then he had that off one last year.
Okay. He's still in practice, though. He ain't catching shit in practice.
But even with him not being, if he ends up losing the number one spot to Boston, that might not be a bad thing. He might do better on the other side. You feel me? So
Take away that responsibility.
you know what I mean?
Give him something new.
Yeah. And he might get the second best corner more over there. You feel me? Instead of having to go against the one all the time. And so he might do a little better. So just being the number one, not being the number one ain't a big deal. You'll still get the same check. You feel me? Just go out there and play ball. Catch the ball. It's plain and simple. Catch the fucking ball, and he won't have any problem.
Seems like he tries to catch
He
it
has
with his
all the
body too
measurables.
much.
He's body catching.
Yeah.
You can't body. They teach you that when you cannot body catch. That's why he's dropping them. He's trying to let the ball get into his body. You got to catch him off with your hands and keep it pushing.
Is he doing it on purpose?
And a lot of times he's running before he even catches it.
Yeah. He's done that since he got here.
Yeah, he'll be trying to take off running before he catches it. Then he'll realize he ain't
They
got the
said
ball.
if we don't update our avatars, oh man, shit, you ain't lying. I gotta get something.
Which avatar?
The ones with, I put Shedeur. Remember, I put all of them in.
Oh, you got to change to number 2?
Yeah, we gotta get rid of. Garrett.
And get rid of Miles Garrett. I thought you saw my avatar with the little blue bitch in the little stretch suit. She got a cold ass body, y'all. I thought about that avatar. You know what I'm talking about? Come on. What you got? Why you got that blue all over your face? Mind your business. Mind your business.
He said, Tim says he's a jag, just another guy, Steve Smith. Oh, he did say that, didn't he?
Yeah. Steve Smith don't play. I like him because he's going to give it to you raw and uncut. He ain't going to bite his tongue, and he ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. Steve Smith going to shoot straight. Steve Smith actually, I watched the segment. He's got one on the Browns receiving core. Go out. You should actually check that out, Josh. I think I made it sit in the group chat a couple weeks ago, but it's a really dope piece that Steve Smith did on our young receivers. You should check that out. It's pretty good. He's actually high on our young receivers. And, you know, he can be overly critical. So, yeah, he ain't going to just give anybody props.
He said he'll forever be loved in Cleveland. Yeah, just like Chubb. He'll be hopefully come back and retire with us.
Hold on. Loser champ say, whoa, you don't got to get rid of Garrett. Man, yeah, don't get rid of Miles, man. Yeah.
We just update
He's
him,
still a
add some
legend,
more,
man. Yeah, don't get rid of Miles.
See, I didn't get rid of the picture.
Don't get rid of Miles.
The picture's still here. I just took it off the wall.
That's the picture. That one got to come to the forefront, though. If he's named the starter, we got to rotate that picture over here somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to put it over here.
Yeah, we got to. Yeah, if Shedeur is the starter tomorrow, we got to move that picture and get it closer in.
3 o'clock. Hopefully I'll post it.
Yeah, Garrett always going to be loved in Cleveland. The best defensive player to ever play in Cleveland. He's got the sack
Play the
record.
game, man.
Come on. Yeah, you might be right to ever play the game. We appreciate everything he did. Like I said, the only thing that sucks is we weren't going to win a Super Bowl with Myles Garrett.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So why not give him a chance to go somewhere and win? We got a good young nucleus, but we might need a few years. We might be a few years away. So why not give him a chance to go somewhere where we can flourish? And then we don't want him to have to sit through. It could be another rough year or so, but it might not be. But you never know. So why not give him a chance to just go win?
He wasn't in it these last couple of years.
Yeah.
You could tell.
He was just he was treating it like, you know how some people,
going through the motions.
a lot of people hate their job, but they're gonna show up and get that check every day.
Yeah.
That's how he was treating it. He was just
going
practice,
through the
home,
motions.
games, home. Like and like everyone's not gonna be a vocal leader.
Speeding.
Everyone's not like that. You feel me? Everyone's not a talker. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you look
It's
at me and my
hard.
brother. We're like complete opposites. Like he don't talk much and I don't shut the fuck up. You feel me? So you can't. Everyone's not gonna be that vocal leader, but they needed that from him. You know what I'm saying? I know you're gonna lead by example, but they needed him to be a vocal leader because we got too young of a team.
So 2023, the Browns had Prime Baker. We would have won the bowl. That defense was beautiful.
Man, Baker is not even getting a new contract in Tampa. They already told him they're not re-signing him. Baker's already a free agent next year. So the Baker is not what they thought he was going to be. Is he serviceable? Yeah, but he's not anything better than he's slightly above average. I mean, we don't have slightly above average right now, so I can't even say much unless we see something out of SHEDEUR this year. But yeah, Baker's who he is. Tampa's not re-signing him. Yeah, we didn't miss much on that. Yeah, we didn't get rid of Drew Brees.
Ohio Tate said, "Shout out to Grip."
Shout out to Big Money Grill.
Is he in the? Is he
Grill.
in here?
Grill. Not who they want.
Is he in the? Is he in the show?
Yeah, he was a little bit ago.
Yeah. I didn't even see him. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Get back to it on next Sunday.
Next Sunday, and then we a week away. We were gonna go to the Jacksonville Jaguars game in Jacksonville for the opener, but we decided we're gonna go to Tampa week 2.
Okay.
So I'll be here for sure for the first game. Week 2, though, I'll be in Tampa, but I will join in at the stadium. It might be a little loud, but I'll just join in just so everyone can see the atmosphere and soak in some of the ambiance. You feel me?
Yeah. I'll make sure to put you on. We'll do it through TikTok.
And so, yeah, we want to thank everybody for tapping in with the show. This is the KTL Show Live. Whether you watch the show live or you're watching the replay, make sure you're running back like a running back like Quinshon Judkins. And I used to say like Nick Chubb. I'm going to say like Nick Chubb. Fuck it, he retired from the NFL, so he's forever a Brown. You feel me?
Yeah.
Big shout out to Nick Chubb on his retirement. And we wish him luck with his next ventures in life. You know what I mean?
It was nice that he came back and he got to do that.
Yeah, came back, retired a Brown. Come on. He broke a lot of Jim Brown's records. When he was on top of his game, he was a very special running back. Plain and simple. One of the best I've seen do it when he was on top of his game.
All right, we'd like to thank you guys. Like you said, go ahead and make sure you subscribe, like,
Like, share, subscribe, do all that fun shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Thank you, YouTube.
Send them gifts and them giffies and them comments. Keep it coming.
YouTube, you guys showed out today. Extra little.
Yeah, we love chatting with y'all, so make sure you comment. We try our best to get to all of them, but make sure you comment. If we miss, we'll try to scroll back through and get to you. But like I said, we love interacting with y'all. We want to thank y'all again for tapping in. This is the KTL Show Live. You know what I'm saying? Where we raw. No, we live.
We raw.
And we uncut.
There
I'm
we
so used
go.
to saying raw.
Yeah.
I tried to lead it and went with my original part. You're like, hold up, no, wait.
I was like, where we at?
Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Come on. I have to go dirt on them. You gonna take us out with the song? Yeah.
KTL Show. KTL Show.
Yeah.
We live.
We raw, we uncut.
Let's go. KTL Show.
Good way to lead us out.
KTL Show. Turn it up.
Let the whole crowd know.
Yeah, welcome to the kennel where the talk get wild. Browns on deck, hold dog, pound style.
Yeah.
Debates go crazy, every take gon' spar. From shader to the draft board who run in the yard.
Yeah.
NBA talk, boxing heat, NFL smoke. Real fan energy for the city and the folks. John reading scripts, Tyson cutting jokes. Josh on the cam, dropping heat
Thank you,
for the post.
Kid Cowboy 66 for joining us. Make sure to subscribe.
KTL.
Catch you out the next show.
KTL Show. KTL Show. We live, we raw, we uncut. Let's go. KTL Show. KTL Show. Turn it up. Let the whole town know. We live, we raw, we uncut.
That's the part right there.
That's that Ron Burgundy. That's that smooth yes flute.
Drop that beat.
Let me stop doing that fight. Looks like I'm doing something different.